Thank you, Chair Powell, for being here. Do you agree with the April Federal Reserve report that compensation incentives contributed to Silicon Valley's bank failure?
I'm sorry, did I didn't,
So the April Federal Reserve report, it said that compensation incentives contributed to the Silicon Valley bank's failure. Do you agree with that?
I would say it's at best a tertiary factor, but it probably had something to do with it. For me, not a major.
So that's no?
That's very small.
Okay, so it did. Okay. So do you agree the appropriate rules on incentive compensation could have reduced the likelihood of Silicon Valley's failure? Maybe. You know, if they didn't take all that money.
I really don't think so. I mean,
If they
I don't
didn't take
think
all that money.
I don't think it's a first order question for Silicon Valley. A lot went wrong there.
Yeah.
Incentive comp would be.
They actually blame
way
you
down the
guys.
list.
They blame the oversight, even though they didn't respond to your
That's part of it.
correspondences.
We took our medicine.
Yeah. Do you think it also has something to do with the fact that Section 956 of the Dodd-Frank rule hasn't been finalized by you?
No, I don't.
You don't think it's the reason?
I don't.
You don't think it's because people made money off of the failure?
I think nothing.
You don't think money drove them to do what they did?
I didn't say that. What I said, you know, there are lots
So
of.
they made money from it. They actually, it was a lottery for them,
I do not
right?
think that incentive compensation arrangements were at the heart of the Silicon Valley Bank failure. No.
Okay. Do you support a robust rulemaking for executive compensation, Chairman?
I know that the.
Oh, you don't?
I'm sorry?
Oh, do you support robust rulemaking for executive compensation? Do you believe in Section 956?
Section 956 is the law. As I understand it, the agencies are looking at doing something. It's been 12 or 13 years, right?
Yeah, multiple
Nothing has
agencies.
happened.
Yeah.
It's been hard to get it done. I lived through the last episodes of trying to get it done.
So do you believe in a robust
I
rulemaking
believe-
process for executive compensation?
I do, yeah.
Oh, great. Oh, that's awesome. Will you commit to helping finalize the Dodd-Frank section of 956 this year?
I wouldn't
It's been
say.
12 years, Chairman.
Yeah, no, I want.
It played a role in the bank failure, Chairman.
If I can answer, what I would like to do is
So you don't want to do it this year? I mean, I'm being serious. You're saying no?
If the member will
me answer.
allow the witness to answer the question, we've had a good day today, and the gentleman's trying to answer the question.
I would like to understand the problem we're solving, and then I would like to see a proposal that addresses that problem.
Okay. Do you believe people should profit off of bank failure? The executives that made those decisions?
No, not
They
the
should not
executives.
profit.
Well, I would say executives who are responsible for a failed bank should not profit from the failure. Absolutely not.
So they get to walk away with compensation based on their failure?
Well, you're asking about a different rule that would have clawback and things like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's something I know you've been looking at for a while.
Yeah.
That's certainly an appropriate thing to look at.
Yeah, because it's just going to continue to happen, is my opinion. It doesn't have to be yours, but it sure the heck could have helped here if they knew they were going to walk away, if they could walk away with not the bonuses, the compensation. I mean, they made money, a significant amount of money for their bank failure. Last question, Chair Powell. Do you believe that the impacts of climate change pose a risk? Have you been talking about that more?
I certainly believe that climate change is real and poses risks over the longer term, sure.
So there have been some that say, you know, higher interest rates actually makes it more difficult to build out the renewable energy projects and other investments required to prevent climate impacts. Do you believe that to be true?
You know, it's not I believe that we need to do our job that you've assigned us, which is maximum employment and price stability, and we do it through interest rates. It's not our job to consider the effect on climate change of that, and I think any effect on climate change of that would be kind of minuscule.
Okay. Last question, Chair Powell. Who do you see as the major winners and losers from high interest rates in terms of income groups, age groups, and racial or other demographics?
So the point of high interest rates in the current environment is to bring inflation under control. The people who are hurt the most by inflation, as you know, are people who are on a fixed income, who right away are in trouble when the cost of transportation, food, energy, and when those things go up, they don't have financial resources to deal with it.
Have you
We're
looked at the-
accountable to provide price stability to the American people. Those people benefit the most over time from stable prices.